We have views, we have voice, we have recording. We are doing well. All right, awesome. I'm so excited. I mean, man, I'll tell you, every week I am a member of RRR247.com. Is just an amazing week for me. I am excited about everything that we do. And getting started tonight. What I wanted to do tonight was kind of go through one of the major important parts of what we do, and that is response magic. Okay. Now, response magic is awesome because we are able to send out a big blast of, information to people that sign up to get more information. And what I want to do tonight is explain a little bit about how to use it and how to go about getting people to sign up for it, kind of the content that it takes to make people sign up, and then what to do with them after you get them, because it's not always about hammering people with advertising, right? It's about creating value for people, right? That's what we do. We create value for people. We create value in our content. We create value in the stuff that, we introduce to the public. I mean, man, look at just Excel Trip. That's an Excel Trip introducing the world of cryptocurrency and blockchain to travel, giving us keywords that are just unlimited in the financial world, in the travel world, just like really, just opening up the world a lot about, with what we do, Excel Trip with the wallet and the cryptocurrency area. Oh man, it's just so awesome. I am so excited about everything that we got going on. So with Response Magic, what we're able to do is we're actually able to collect people's contact information, right? So it allows us to be able to communicate with people on a mass spectrum, and be able to send them information based on what's going on your system. And that can be anything from adding a new recipe to adding garden tips to whatever. Because remember, like when you create content that is like about you and things that are interesting to you and products that you see that you like, you're going to attract like-minded people, right? So when you send out information about the things that you have on your system, you're sending out information that the people that sign up for your information are interested about, right? So what we could do with that is really like kind of split it up half the time, letting people know that we're adding some cool content, whether that be some recipes or some wine and food pairings or, some new cryptocurrency ideas or merchant processing or whatever we have going on in our system at that point. We can really take that and, we can send that out to the masses. And that's what we do with Response Magic. Now, Response Magic is all about adding the form here, right? So to get their name and their, their information, their valid email address, and then, we're able to keep up with them, right? So here, so stay informed, right? And then you can sign up on the right over here, see little arrows pointing, letting them know that it's right here, right? So that's number one. Okay, number one is letting them know. Now, granted, I see the form is there. We all see the form is there. We know it's there. But a lot of times people like kind of get like focused on one thing, maybe the content or a picture, and they may not see this. You got a couple little arrows or, hey, look over here to the left in your content somewhere. You're kind of pointing them in that general direction. Okay, so when they look over here, they're also looking, now they're going to see your advertising too. So when someone, looks over this general direction to like see about your advertising, you're also pointing them towards your Google AdSense, right? So they're going to see that, okay? Double benefit, one shot, okay? Now, once you get their email address and their information, what you're able to do is send them information on a mass spectrum. I'm sorry if I cut out a little bit. It could be the live streaming. It could be the fact that I live in the country. It could be anything. But, hey, you should be able to get most of it. And so what we're able to do here is we are able to create a list, right? We can send email broadcasts. We can send specific emails to people that we want to get in contact with or groups of people that we want to get in contact. So what you're going to first do when you sign up for your Response Magic form, the first thing you're going to do when you get your website is you're going to create your opt-in form. That's this right here. That's your opt-in form. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go over here and you're going to go to create, right? Create opt-in form. All right. Oh boy. Reconnecting. All right. Are we back? Awesome. Great. We made it back. I didn't touch anything and everything fixed itself. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so here we go. We are going back. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Yeah, we're still recording. Okay, good. So here we go. Back to what I was doing. Okay, so here we go. We're on Response Magic. It's going to ask you to select a list. Now, I created a list called website prospects, right? Those are the people that signed in on your opt-in form on your website, right? And then I created one for my students, right? So I could send mass emails to my students, okay? So I have two lists on this particular Response Magic, okay? Now, what you're going to do is it says your headline, see your headline. So what you're going to want to do is say, right, sign up here for more info. We're going to use something easy, right? And then your call to action, that's actually telling them, right? Okay, here you want to sign up here. We'll go sign up below. All right. And you can see it comes out here, right? Now, if you want to add a YouTube video like Rory's wine video or something like that, because you're going to send it out as a customer magnet and they're going to see this, you can do that. Okay. But for the time being, we're creating a form that we're going to put on our website right now, right? Same thing that Rory does. Okay. On his video, he creates this form, right? It's pretty easy. You can add questions, right? You can get their telephone field. You can make it mandatory. See, the red is mandatory, so you have to have their first name. You got to have their last name. You want to have a valid email, and you can make it like that. So this ain't mandatory, but it's still there, right? So get instant access. Yeah, we'll use that. You could change the color of your button, right? You can have it bright red if you want, right? Or you can have it bright pink if you want. Do whatever you'd like to do with it, right? So we'll make it bright pink. Or no, we're not. So anyways, you could change the color of that. I'm not going to do it right now. It's green right now. That's good. So you allow your prospects to fill out with their Facebook form. Now, if you're just going to use the link, which I'll show you in a minute, and you're going to post this on Facebook, you might want to allow that. But for the general time being, while we're creating a form for our website, no, we don't, right? And then this here, right? Rory explains all this on his video. I'm just going through and explaining how to create the form and go from there. So, right. So he explains all the stuff that you have to add. Okay. So, okay. So you can go to a custom URL, and that's where we add our thank you page, right? So we go right there to our thank you page, right? And then we add that. And then you submit and get code, okay? Oh, I didn't select the list, see? So you go, see, it don't even allow you to make a mistake, right? So you go up here and select website, right? And then what it's going to do is you're going to submit and get code. Now, what I want to show you here, okay, is this is where you get your code to add to the widget on your website, which we'll get to in a minute, okay? But these here, you can actually link just like anything else, right? So you could actually copy and paste this link. Now, what you're going to get, see, is you're going to get a form like this, right? Or you're going to get a vertical form or horizontal form. Where'd I go? Yeah, see? There we go. Well, it's supposed to be different. Anyways, so you could see that you can use that as a link just like anything else you link, right? Anything, anywhere, you could use that as a link where people could sign up and get more particular information, right? But this here is the code that we add to our website. Okay, so what we do is we hit Control A. Oh, no, you hit inside here, right? And just hit Control A just to make sure that you have everything, and then Control C for copy, right? And then what we do is we go over here to the website, and we're not signed in yet, so we're going to go to daily, and we're going to go to our pages, and we're going to log in, and we're going to go to widgets, right? So we're going to go to appearance, and we're going to go to widgets, right? Widgets, this is where we're at. Now, widgets is where you get to add the HTML code to the side of your website. Now, this here you'll see, right? This is my response magic form, right? This is where I added that. Okay, now up here you can see there's two tabs. There's a text, which you can see looks just like the code that we copied, right? And then you have a visual. All right, a visual is what you would actually kind of see, right? It's not exactly what you'd see, but this is basically what you'd see. Okay, so what you want to do is when you get ready to post that text in there, okay, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are in the text tab. If you're not, what you're going to do is when you go back to your website, okay, you're going to see something that looks like this on your website. Okay, so what you do, right, is you can see that we have that in a text widget, right? So we're just going to play for a minute, okay? I'm going to go over here and we're going to add this. And I just want to show you what it would look like, right, if I just went over here and posted by, right, and we're going to save. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go visit my website, and we're going to take a look. Save. Save. Okay, save. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to go back, and I just wanted to show you what to see. If you go back to your website and you see that, it's probably because you pasted it in the wrong spot. Okay, so what you do, okay, you go back to the widgets, right? You go back to widgets, and you go back to the text that you placed it in. Where did I do that? I think I did it up here. Yep. Right there, right? Yep. Okay, so what you want to do, right, is probably go back and just delete this altogether. And then what you would do is you would open up your tab, right, and then you would go to text, right, and you'd put a new text widget in there, right? So if I didn't have one, I'd place one in there, right, pick it up, carry it around with you, right? You put it in where it's supposed to go, and then you would go to your text tab. I know I keep repeating myself, and you would place that in there, right? And then you would save, right? And then you go back and you take a look, and you can see that that's back to normal. So now you can see what caused that. If you run into that issue, you know that you may have to go back and copy your code again and replace it in your widget, or you may have to go back and do something like that to fix what's going on. But now we know, right, that we can go there and we can have people sign up. We point them in the direction. All right. So now what do we do when we get their address, right? What do we do? So if you go in here and we go to my review, all right, and we go to review my saved emails, okay, this is one that I added today, okay. This is about the coffee and weight loss that we're introducing, right? Isn't that awesome, huh? Coffee added to the morning. It's working for the general public. I mean, I'll tell you what, I just get so excited every day. We just continue on here. It's so awesome. But anyways, so like you can see, right, you just simple email, right? You just create it. You can use your family of fonts, right? So you can change what it looks like, right? You can change the actual look of the email. You can change the font sizes, right? You could change the font color. Now, realize, guys, that everything we do, whether it's in WordPress or it's in an email or it's whatever, these things kind of look the same, right? That looks like a chain link, right? Link, right? A, B, link it to something, right? So we link it, okay? So what you would do is if you wanted to link this right here, you would do that and you would hit this, right? And then you'd paste a link that you want it to go to right there. Okay. And then you would hit OK, right? And then it would make that a link just like these down here. So when somebody clicks on this, they're going to go to what I have linked to it, right? So we lose a little bit of weight and a little bit of wine to celebrate, right? And we send this out to 135 contacts. As a matter of fact, some of you that are on here today may have received this email today, right? Because you signed up just to see what I do, and you probably received this email today. Now, this is how we're able to contact the masses. Now, this is an advertisement, right? Hey, check out my healthy coffee, right? But now you can always go and say, hey, guys, I added how to hyphen to hyphen. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to be quiet so long. But you can tell, hey, guys, I just added a new article on how to make hummingbird food, right? Now, you're not advertising nothing to them. You're not telling, hey, buy my hummingbird food. You're not telling them, hey, buy my hummingbird food feeder. All you're saying is, hey, check this out. You want to have some cool hummingbirds around your house? Check out how to make their hummingbird food, right? So you could send them an email explaining to them that you have just added something like that to your website and come check it out. Now, why? Okay, why would we want to let them know that? Well, you would want to let somebody know that because it's information to people that's not an advertisement, right? We get hammered every day, all day long with advertisement, right? So we want to add a little bit of value to what we do, right? So when we send them an email, we don't want them to get an email from us and say, oh man, that's just another advertisement, right? We want them to get an email from us saying, oh, what kind of cool recipe did they send me this month that I could try out when I open it up, right? Or what kind of cool information did they send me about my gardening or about drones or about how to sell my house or whatever the information that you may be adding to make value to your system, right? So that's what we do. And that's like some of the, this is, you don't want to focus on all kinds of articles that really aren't focused on what we do. But this is a way that you can build value with your readers on a day, on a monthly basis, because now they're not expecting an advertisement, right? They're expecting some kind of cool information. Now, that isn't to say that when you make your email that you can't say, hey, check out my weight loss coffee and check out my gardening tips and check out my, right? Or check out my gardening tips and get your energy to do gardening with your healthy morning coffee, right? So this is like the types of things that you could do to mix and match your advertising with adding actual value to the reader that comes to check it out. And it keeps them guessing, it keeps them like, what are they going to send me this month? Is it some kind of valuable information? Is it something that's going to change my life? Is it something that's going to give me something cool to try out? I mean, it's kind of like the world is like your oyster. I think that's what they say. The world is your oyster or something like that. I mean, seriously, like anything that you do, like it's just unlimited. It just blows my mind seriously every day. So, I mean, we could do so many things. And then with this, I mean, you send them to your hummingbird ad, but then at the bottom, right, you've got feeders of fine wine. Okay, so you're advertising your fine wine. It's not invasive. It's not spammy. It's not nothing. But hey, want to sit on your porch? I still haven't finished it yet. I know I've gone over this a couple times. I still haven't finished it. Working on it. But feeders and fine wine, I mean, who doesn't like to sit on the porch in the evening? I got some great footage too. I'll be adding to my Facebook page of some hummingbirds fighting and whatever in front of my camera. I hung my iPad out there. But this is another thing I wanted to go into, guys. Like we live in a world of all kinds of awesome stuff, I mean, and I get inspired daily to add awesome stuff to what I do. I mean, from supper that I cook, right, to quick breakfasts that I make, or awesome desserts that I make, or, watching the hummingbirds fly around, or places to get hummingbird feeders, or, information on wine and food pairing, or information on blockchain and travel, right? I went to Las Vegas for and if you guys can get to the events, by all means, please, absolutely put a name to the face, a face to the name, a face to the guy on Skype. Go get into the live events, because I'll tell you, it's life changing, puts reality to everything we do. But when I traveled out to Las Vegas, I was like, this would be great to add to topics like when you go somewhere, like tips on how to get around while you're there, different things that you can go see and values that you find and things to improve people's life when they go there. So now when somebody types in a trip, trip to Las Vegas, or tips on a tips on a excuse me, tips on a trip to Las Vegas, you pull up your website, and your website comes up on tips, but it also travels, talks about Excel Travel, and, they join that, and they buy some this, and they do that, and, they see value in your system, and they're getting value by getting hooked up to really awesome stuff, and they're going to come back, right? They're going to be lifelong customers. And that's what we do, right? We build relationships, right? We build relationships with each other. We build relationships with our teams, and we build relationships with our readers. And we do that through the content that we add. Now, that content that we add also directs our Google AdSense, right? So now a lot of people are getting a lot of, feedback that you need original content. Now, a lot of us get to the point to where we go through every category and every page, and we edit it 25% because our instructor said 20%, when really we should be doing 75%, just because we can, and we're good at it, and we're getting better at it, and it's fun, right? So that's what we want to do, right? So original content. Now this, here is some original content, right? My wine areas, right? This is all original content, stuff that I've added to my website, right? And this is what creates original content. Now, when you get a message back from Google AdSense that says that they want you to give value to their readers, and they want you to, have original content, what they're talking about is stuff like this, right? This is information, right, that explains wine and the benefits of red wine and health, right? So I'm giving information to my reader. Okay, this is what they call a soft sell, right? Information to the reader, and where you could get your awesome red or white wine. Excuse me. So not only are you giving information to the public, but you're giving information that they can get their red wine here. So this is what they're talking about by original content. Now, when you add it, the double benefit about adding some of the content like recipes and dessert recipes and get your recipe here, or things that drive, so I'd say recipes, because, man, the food moves the world. I mean, seriously, you can get people to go from point A to point B with a really good sugary recipe, or, a really good healthy recipe, or whatever it may be, especially summertime salads. People love salad recipes. People love them videos on Facebook. People make videos on them cooking, right? We have the power. We could do that. But so, you attract people to get the recipes from your system, right? And then when you get them here, right, you move them to point A to point B. What that does is, A, that creates traffic to our website from social media, which we know that Rory has told us over and over again that the power of social media traffic is 10 to 1. Okay? So getting social media traffic is so important to getting Google AdSense, because A, right, when Google AdSense looks and they're analyzing your system, and they see people moving from the drama on social media to go look at what's going on your system, you must have some valuable information that people want to read, right? So if you have valuable information that people want to read, well, that must mean that you would attract people that they're looking for to direct ads, right? So that's what they're looking for, right? And we can direct our ads, right, by adding content like this right here. I really stress the importance of this type of advertising right here. You're going to get a lot of people through merchant processing solutions, best merchant processing. Those are kind of keywords that you can look up, right? This is power, right? So this is going to get you right here, right? So clicks that you're going to get like financial clicks. And we all know that financial advertising, obviously they pay for, right? So the more financial stuff that you can have, like Bitcoin and blockchain technologies and, the merchant processing solutions and, things of that nature, investing articles and talking about, the future of cryptocurrency and free Bitcoin mining and things of that, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, digital currency, blockchain technologies, blockchain information and technologies. These are all keywords that you could look up and check out, right? And the way you do that, and when you add that type of stuff, right, when people find you because they looked for merchant processing solutions, now you're going to get high-paying clicks, right? So that's like everything that another thing I wanted to stress tonight. There's so much I could stress. I guess I could go on forever, but like really what we do is we direct people, right? We direct people to great offers, great, amazing opportunities and offers, right? That's what we do, right? So we direct people there, right? And when we do, we direct our income, right? We direct our income. We direct the people. We get targeted, right? Directed traffic, targeted traffic that is targeted to meet, the information that we have. And when the people have been searching merchant processing and finances and things like that before they get there, well, that means that this is a price. Okay. Also, you're moving people from social media. You're gonna get approved for this faster, right? So the idea, quality content, right? Add some quality content. Add some content that that readers would like. Unless you're so obscure and your hobbies are so different that nobody else in the world does them, then, you're going to attract readers because you attract like-minded people, right? And we build relationships through our content. So when we add content about things that we love, we're building a relationship with the readers that come, and we're giving them valuable information. And when we're doing that, right, so we have a good article, we follow what Yoast says, right, and we design our articles around that, and we get everything set up, and we get approved for Google AdSense. Guys, it takes a little time, or it takes a little patience, but let me tell you, like, there is so much power in the education that we have. I have a huge amount of gratitude for Rory Rickard and giving me the opportunity to, even come show you guys the things that I've learned through him and his teaching and be able to break it down step by step for you. The system that he's created and the knowledge that he's put into it, the time that he puts into it, the investment that he gives us, guys, like everything is so important. The wine is important. The coffee is important. Viapay is important. Response magic is important. And doing your research is important. And doing your diligence is important. And giving it the absolute best to give everything you got to what we do will pay off. I can guarantee it. I just want to say that, if you want to succeed here, you have the opportunity. Rory provides us with everything that you could ever need. And I just want to say that, hey, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to have been blessed with such an amazing opportunity. Stick it out. The only people that don't succeed here is the people that leave us, and we feel so bad to see you go, but we love to see you come back because nobody ever stays gone long. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful evening. I am excited to be here every week. I look forward to working with you next week. Remember, stay positive, stay consistent, and stay at it. Have a great night.